Everyone, welcome back. This is Madison the Mad Goddess, and we're doing another run of Dragon Age Inquisition Trespasser DLC. And when last we left our Intrepid adventure, we had done Revelations, where we had discovered that Blackwall was actually Tom Rainier. Morgan had taken us through the Alluvian. And what else happened? Oh, we had a nice romance scene with Blackwall before he dashed off to go get executed, which we saved him from. So we're going to do just a little bit of running around the Skyhold first, and then I think we're going to head back to the Exalted Plains. Let me check the war table real quick, as usual. So that was where we last left our Intrepid Adventurer. Oh, and I had also went to open up a Dr. Pepper and spilled it everywhere. Alright, everybody's mission based, so that's good. I don't have to worry about that. Check our bag slots. 29 out of 90, we're good. Let me see if we got anything good for anybody. Oh, Sarah can have that. Let's equip that. We'll just move everything else to valuables, because we really don't need it. Let's see. Enhance amulet of accord. We don't need. We don't need. And we don't need. So, that's that. We're not going to drop anything off, but we are going to, I think we have to talk to Dagna. I'm not certain. Let's find out. Wait, do we have to talk to Josephine?
How bracing to be in the thick of the game again. The last time
Yes,
I was
we
at
do.
Alam Shiral was Countess Letienne's wedding. There were a dozen affairs, 5 secret alliances, and a duel between 2 chevaliers over the vintage of an Antivan port. But until the Duchess was unmasked, I've
Bunch
never
of
seen the
Alam
Winter
Shiral
Palace
snobs,
show.
as far as I'm concerned.
No one can say the evening wasn't memorable.
They've already begun composing songs about it in Val Royale, no doubt. The game's become increasingly insular in the past few years. Corypheus skillfully took advantage. It's disturbing so few people in the Orlesian court were aware of the Duchess's machinations.
Blah, 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 blah.
The Empress realized she was in danger.
I love
She's
Josephine, though.
always in danger. Those loyal to her should have practiced more vigilance. But let's not lose sight of victory. Your actions at the ball have secured us allies and favors alike.
Playing the game was thrilling. We did just make history.
Indeed, tales of this affair have begun circulating in Val Royale. Although I do wish Varric would show a bit more restraint in his accounts of the evening.
No, let Varric be as colorful as he wants to be when he writes. Alright, let's go see if we need to talk to Dagna. I might have been overlooking her conversation. I'm not sure.
Thank you for your investment in my investigations, Inquisitor. I've learned something, I think. I don't know.
Yes, we
What
do
you
have to talk
learned?
to Dagna.
Did you find out about the Fade?
I got a scraping that was cleaned off you, and it's weird. And the other rift bits, they're weird. It's just weird. I said weird, right?
Answers, Dagna.
Lyrium and the Fade linked, but dwarves and Tranquil not linked. But they work Lyrium, so they are. Somehow. And there's something there. I was face deep in a rune, and for a moment, I was tall. Really tall. And I thought
But all the thoughts.
What do you mean when you say thought all the thoughts?
I don't know. As if for a moment I was around all my people. And my thought
I need a
was
true
all
gaming
of
headset.
theirs.
This headset really
Your
bothers my
thoughts were
ears.
their thoughts.
No, my thought was all of our thoughts. Like parts. Ugh, words are mush. Maybe that's what the stone feels like. Or we think it feels like. If we think
see. You were
felt
really
taller.
tall.
How much taller?
Like, mountain tall. Or I
Hint,
was the
hint,
mountain.
the deep roads.
But I was moving. I felt dizzy. You know what I remembered? Watching a shaper it carve the wall of memory. Except, big. Isn't that weird? Maybe there were fumes.
So Tranquil and dwarves are linked to Lyrium, but also not linked.
Like the lyrium needs to flow, but if you're part of it, it takes you with it. So you can't be part of it. That makes me sad. I'm not sure why. It seems like we should be part of it. Whatever it is. Or maybe we're the ones who make it happen. Whatever it is. You know what's frustrating? Answers that aren't answers.
Blech.
Ugh.
Keep investigating, and let me know what you find.
I tried to make it happen again, but it wouldn't. And I had a headache. And cocoa and a lie down. I'll keep at it. It's weird. Oh, and I made a rune. It's weird too. Be careful with it.
Okay. Well, since we did have to talk to Dagmar, we might as well go ahead and sell all that crap. Oh, that's right, and we have some research to drop off. I think that we need to talk to Liliana again about Valance.
So it's
Yep.
true. Some look to Cassandra or even me
Sure
as
do.
Justinia's successor. I never thought the idea would gain momentum. Of course, with the other candidates out of the picture.
Is becoming divine something you really want?
When Justinia was alive, I would have laughed at anyone who even suggested that I could be her successor. Things have changed. Still, I don't know. Restoring the Chantry will be like trying to steer a sinking vessel through a storm.
Whoever becomes divine will have my support if she requires it.
And I'm sure whoever becomes divine will absolutely require the Inquisition's backing. The Chantry is faltering, but it still has influence over the people. Who tells the people what's right? Who do they look to in times of peril? A divine with enough support can change the Chantry. And with it, Thedas. But this is a discussion for later. If Corypheus wins, finding a new divine will be the least of our problems.
Alright, let's talk to Liliana again. There we go. Here's the quest for Valance.
A message from Divine Justinia.
That's a shock. You're right reading it.
Thank you for the concern, Inquisitor. But I am. This message was written months, perhaps even years ago, to be delivered to me if she died. I've heard of such contingency plans. A sudden death often leaves loose ends. I'm to go to Valence, a small village on the waking sea. There is something hidden there.
Do you know what you're looking for?
The Divine was a powerful woman who used her position to obtain all sorts of things. Whatever she hid in Valence would very likely benefit the Inquisition and must be kept from falling into the wrong hands. If I'm lucky, she will have instructions for me.
Why hide things in Valence? What's so special about it?
Justinia was revered mother at the Chantry there for many years before she became the Divine. It is a place that holds great meaning for her.
I'll help in whatever way.
Wonderful. I was hoping you would agree to come with me to Valence. One more thing. If what is hidden in Valence is as valuable as I think, we're not going to be the only ones looking for it. I shall meet you at the Chantry in Valence. Try not to delay.
Well, I know what quest we're doing next then. Let's go ahead and... Nope. Ah, yes, we have to talk to Madame Vivienne. Give her her lost books. Hit the research table. I don't think we need to talk to Fiona or Dorian, but let's check just in case.
I heard of your verdict on Alexius, Inquisitor. Research on your behalf is almost too kind.
Oh, I must have
I hope
skipped
you
over
know
her
what
a
you're
long
doing.
time ago.
Do be wary of anything that man proposes.
I'll leave you to it.
Let's see, Dorian?
Marvelous business, the Winter Palace. Saving the day, reconciling lovers, mediating a civil war. So sugary, it's nauseating. All this dancing, politics, and murder makes me a bit homesick.
That's something you'd like to do more often, then?
Watch as you twist an entire empire around your little finger. Yes, please. Of course, that leaves only Tevinter. And it wouldn't work as well there.
No. Why not?
Our dances are so much more intense. If an evening lacks a murder, we sniff and call it a ball. I hope you tried the ham they were serving, by the way. Tasted of despair. It's fascinating.
I should go.
Try not to kill anyone without me.
Tasted of despair. Let's see if we have to talk to Cullen. I like calling Cully Wully. Let's talk to Solus one more time.
How can I help?
Yep.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
He has nothing new to say. Yeah, we missed this.
I wanted to thank you. When you came to see me, if there's anything... This sounded much better in my head.
I trust you're feeling better?
Yes.
Is it always that bad?
The pain comes and goes. Sometimes I feel as if I'm back there. I should not have pushed myself so far that day.
I'm just glad you're all right.
I am. I've never told anyone what truly happened to me at Ferelden's Circle. I was... not myself after that. I was angry. For years, that anger blinded me. I'm not proud of the man that made me. Now I can put some distance between myself and everything that happened. It's a start.
For what it's worth, I like who you are now.
Even after...
I'm serious.
What about you?
He reminds me of
You
like
have
Alistair
troubles of your
Jr.
own. How are you holding up?
Honestly, I'm terrified. So many people depend on us, on me. Corypheus is still out there.
We've made great strides. Do not doubt yourself, or the Inquisition just yet. If there's anything I can do, you have only to ask.
Pardon me. Everybody leaves me behind. I don't want to be up there. Alright. Let's see if we can grab that quest from Meriden in the tavern. We won't be able to do that if she's singing. See if we need to talk to Cassandra.
Is there anything you need?
So, you're a candidate for Divine now?
So I am informed.
Is that something you actually want?
Why should what I want matter?
Why shouldn't it matter? Don't you have the right to be happy?
It is very simple. The Chantry needs to survive. To do that, it must change. I have never believed in asking another to do what you are unwilling to do yourself. So I look upon this as an opportunity. I owe it to myself and all of Thedas to seek the Sunburst throne.
I think you'd make an excellent choice.
Thank you. Let's hope the Chantry clerics agree.
Bye-bye.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
Alright. I know that we do have to... Oh, that's right. Meriden. Meriden has a quest for us. We gotta see if we can grab that quest. If she's singing, we won't be able to.
Would that I could. I don't know.
Right. That's why.
Ah. Meriden. You pissed me off. Is it Sutherland? Maybe it's Sutherland.
I hope I can help somehow. Maybe cleaning?
Oh, Inquisitor,
New to the crew, a young
I
and
joined.
hopeful operation available.
Sutherland, Your Worship. saw some bandits, so I came to warn people. I'll let your warriors know and then...
Alright, let's just skip that. I'm not gonna walk all the way around here. So we're gonna go ahead and do a quick travel. Do 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 do. And come talk to Blackwell now that we have rescued him from certain death.
Inquisitor?
How shall I refer to you? Rainier or Blackwall?
I've gotten used to Blackwall. Perhaps we could treat it as less of a name and more of a title. Almost like Inquisitor. Reminds me of what I ought to be.
Everyone needs something to aspire to.
Exactly. I'm glad you understand.
So, let's talk about the Wardens.
Is there anything you actually know about the Wardens? Or did you make it all up?
I made very little up. I also feared you knew enough to contradict me. Warden Blackwall told me a bit before my initiation, but it is a secretive order. Not even the most senior Wardens know all there is to know.
Now we know why you were never worried about Corypheus's calling.
Yes. I have none of the Warden's abilities and none of the drawbacks. Still, I would have fought through the darkest pits of the deep roads like any true Warden. There's more to it than being able to sense darkspawn. Warden Blackwall would have agreed.
The Wardens at Adamant listened to you. They saw you as one of their own.
Perhaps it takes an outsider to show how much of yourself you've lost. I never understood the reality of being a Warden. I only saw the ideal. I suppose I reminded them of something they'd forgotten.
You have a lot of respect for the Wardens.
They take all men, from the most noble to the most despicable, and make them equals. I needed to believe something like that was possible.
Why did Blackwall want to recruit you?
You never told me. I don't know what he saw that day besides some wreck starting a bar fight. That night, I taught some village militia a painful lesson about harassing the tavern girl. Didn't know I had an audience.
I can see why the Warden was impressed.
You're assuming my intentions were noble. Told the girl to keep the wine coming. She couldn't, not with those louts bothering her. Something had to be done.
Oh, no,
the
I'm
war
not
in
talking to
Olay
you.
has claimed too many lives. I pray that it's over for good.
We need to discuss our relationship.
As you wish.
What do you think will happen to us after all this?
A house? A dog? Do you think that mark of yours could be used for cooking eggs?
Cooking eggs.
Or we could just continue as we are. No eggs necessary. As long as you're by my side, I don't care what happens.
Perhaps another time.
Alright, and the last person in Skyhold we need to talk to is Morgan, with a drawn-out, long, lengthy conversation between the Inquisitor and Morgan about her son, Kiernan, and
Fertile
this
ground
and that,
even here.
and
This
everything.
hold has everything.
Where is Morgan? Oh, there she is.
You're the Inquisitor. Mother never told me the Inquisitor was an elf.
That's not such a terrible thing, is it?
No, I just don't know why your people want to look like that.
Kieran, are you bothering the Inquisitor?
Of course not. Did you see what's on her hand, Mother?
I did see. 'Tis time to return to your studies, little man.
I love Morgan's outfit. Wish I could wear something like that.
My son. Never where you expect him to be, naturally.
I didn't know you had a son.
Why would you? I take great pains to not let my own reputation affect him in any way. To most in the Imperial Court, he's simply a quiet and well-spoken lad. Perhaps the heir of some distant family. But he goes where I go. Worry not, Inquisitor. Kieran is a curious boy, but seldom troublesome.
Will his father be joining us as well?
I have raised Kieran on my own for quite some time now, as was my preference from the start. So 'tis but the two of us, Inquisitor. Your fortress is a large place, and you will scarce notice our
Is my stream
presence.
stuck? Why is my keyboard not working?
He seems like a fine young man.
But not the sort one might expect a woman like me to raise. No son of mine would be raised in a marsh, bereft of contact with the outside world. His future will be difficult enough without my adding to his burden. To think, until recently this place stood decrepit, occupied only by the desperate and the lost. Now it is party to events that threaten to shake the world. I wonder if it is pleased.
It sounds like you've heard of Skyhold before.
This fortress was built upon the remains of a site holy to the ancient elves. They called it Tarar Salan, the place where the sky is kept. It is said that from here, they reached up to the heavens to bring them down to rest. They abandoned it, as did the humans who came after them. Bones laid upon bones, silent until your arrival.
I like this place. I've made it mine.
The magic in this place has seeped into the stones, protecting it from darkness. Those who let it fall to ruin did not know what they possessed. You, I think, shall do it justice. You were kind to welcome my aid, Inquisitor, even knowing as little of me as you do. I will do my best to aid your cause with all the knowledge at my disposal. This I swear to you.
I appreciate whatever help you can give us.
Some
I
might
hate
think
that little
Corypheus a
lipstick shadow
madman
she
for
has
seeking
on her chin.
godhood. Yet one must ask, what were the old gods? What secrets of theirs did the ancient magisters know? What I fear, what all should fear, is not that Corypheus believes he can succeed. It is that he actually may. I was pleased to learn you saved the Grey Wardens from their own self-destructive foolishness. For all their eagerness to shed blood for their cause, we will still need them should another blight arise. It's fortunate my warden was not there, or he would surely have been in the middle of it.
Your warden?
You might know him as the Hero of Ferelden. A lofty title, though he wears it well.
It's good to know you have someone special.
Nobody is more surprised by that fact than I, Inquisitor. My love is on a quest to combat the calling. The actual calling that signals the end of a warden's life. If he is successful, it will mean a long life for him. Perhaps for them all. Once Corypheus has been defeated, I fully intend to join my love once more. Kieran misses him greatly.
That's right. I had her set up with my warden.
It seems odd he went on an adventure and you stayed behind.
We are neither of us so weak we would die of loneliness. Where he went, Kieran could not follow, and thus I remained behind to look after our son. We will be together again soon enough, and I am glad of it.
How can the calling be stopped? Is that actually possible?
Grand Enchanter Fiona was once a Grey Warden, but something removed the blight from her blood. Similarly, a warden mage named Avernus performed experiments that prolonged his life to unnatural lengths. So, we know it is possible. Indeed, 'twas I who found the lead my love now follows in the Western Lands.
The
Success
Western
is not
Lands,
guaranteed, of course, but he has never lacked for determination.
Are the two of you happy together?
The three of us, and it is little business of yours.
Ouch.
But yes, I never thought to find someone in this world I could trust as an equal. He has been a good partner, and a good father. And now I pray we discuss something else, lest these honeyed words make me vomit.
Is there any way the Hero of Ferelden could help us against Corypheus?
'Tis unlikely, Corypheus uses the Blight, but he is not controlled by it like a true Darkspawn. Still, my love has ever been resourceful. I can give the Inquisition a means to send him a message. He will think this means I miss him, of course. Oh, he will be insufferably pleased with himself. I hope you appreciate this sacrifice, Inquisitor. I imagine your forces will be heading into the Arbor Wilds very soon, Inquisitor.
No.
Trust me when I say that wherever the Alluvian is hidden, it is worth any effort to prevent Corypheus from acquiring it.
Now that you've seen the Inquisition up close,
We're
what are
not
your
going to the Arbor
impressions?
Wilds anytime soon.
Tis
Especially not
remarkable
tonight.
what you have built. I will give you that. Leniana has built a network of spies beyond anything Thedas has seen. All this in precious little time, conjured from thin air through the power of fervor alone. I wonder if Corypheus suspected what he was enabling, just as I wonder what will become of all this once he is defeated.
We have to defeat him first. Then I'll worry about what's next.
Should that happen, all will lie at your feet, more or less. Beware the heights you reach, Inquisitor. When this is done, many will be eager to knock you back down.
I'd like to know more about you.
Ah yes, whence comes the mystery woman slinking her way into the Inquisition's ranks? Once I was an apostate, living well away from the banal influence of the Chantry in the Kukari Wilds. Then came the Fifth Blight with its Darkspawn, and I left Ferelden for the Empress's court. 'Tis certain the nobles of Orlais breathe a collective sigh of relief that I am now here.
It's odd that an apostate could live so openly.
It confuses those who expect apostates to cower and hide. I stand boldly before them and demand to know why I need some Chantry mage to teach me to control my power. They will put me on a leash so they can feel safer at night. I am uninterested in their comfort. Naturally, it helps to have friends in high places.
The Orlesian court seems like an odd place to find someone like you.
That was the point, originally. I knew the Empress was intrigued by the arcane, and that I could answer questions no Chantry mage could. Thus we fit together nicely. I became her advisor, and she my benefactor and source of refuge. Truth be told, our arrangement would not have lasted much longer. Too many wagging tongues, even for Celine.
You were in Ferelden during the Blight.
The Blight began in the Kukari Wilds, so yes, I experienced it firsthand. Indeed, I
Come on,
fought
Morgan,
at the
get on
hero
with it.
Ferelden's side for a time. He is the reason the Blight was defeated. We became close. Closer than I even thought possible. When I left, he pursued me. And after that, I came to Orlais. The last place one would look for me, or such was my hope.
Tell me more about your son.
He is a very special young man.
Special in what way?
In every way. At first, Kieran was a means to an end. But as he grew, I never thought of myself as a mother, Inquisitor. I had no good example to follow. I find myself becoming something I can barely recognize.
Alright,
I'll
see
leave you
ya.
to the garden.
Until next time, then.
Now, do I have to talk to Mother Giselle? And I pray that she doesn't have much to say. Where did she run off to? There she is.
Inquisitor, the soldiers say you banished the demons at Adamant and freed the Grey Warden mages. I understand from Sister Leliana that the truth is somewhat more complex, but no less extraordinary. She said that you spoke with a figure in the Fade that seemed to be the soul of divine Justinia. I suspect many of the faithful would like to know what Justinia told you.
She helped me remember what happened at the Conclave. The Maker didn't give me the mark on my hand. I was struck in battle. And Andraste didn't send me. The figure everyone saw was divine Justinia.
So it is as you have always maintained.
Yep.
You must feel quite vindicated.
Sure do.
I'm relieved to have any worries about Andraste or the Maker put aside. This is now a battle of mortals and magic. One we can win.
Then I will save my own ruminations upon faith and belief, and simply pray for your success, Inquisitor.
Pray all you want.
It is wise that you do not let what happened in the Fade spread, however. Some would not understand. Now, is there anything I can help you with?
Can you tell me anything
we gotta
about
talk about
Corypheus?
Corypheus.
I know nothing of the man personally.
Oh boy.
But the Chant of Light speaks of what he claims to be.
Can't we just get
No
on with
matter the
fighting?
power
I
that
like
triumphs,
fighting.
The mage lords of the winter were men and doomed to die. Then a voice whispered within their hearts, "Shall you surrender your power to time like the beasts of the fields? You are the lords of the earth. Go forth to claim the empty throne of heaven and be gods."
I mean, I love the cutscenes and stuff like that, but I really hope in the next game the cutscenes are not going to be so lengthy.
That was one of the old gods speaking in their dreams?
Yes, Dumat, as I understand it. In secret, they worked magic upon magic. All their power and all their vanity they turned against the veil, until at last it gave way.
That sounds like what happened with the breach.
Very similar, Inquisitor. Above them, a river of light. Before them, the throne of heaven waiting. Beneath their feet, the footprints of the Maker, and all around them echoed a vast silence. But when they took a single step toward the empty throne, a great voice cried out, shaking the very foundations of heaven and earth.
Corypheus said he found only chaos and corruption.
The Chant of Light says that it was beautiful until the Maker himself spoke. And so is the Golden City blackened.
I think I played this
with
game
each
too
step
much
you
because I
take
actually had a dream about that last night.
Marvel at perfection, for it is fleeting. You have brought sin to heaven and doom upon all the world.
Corypheus seemed so certain that he heard nothing. He described it as dead whispers.
Bitterness, perhaps? He paid a high price for his crime. Violently were they cast down, for no mortal may walk bodily in the realm of dreams, bearing the mark of their crime.
Walking bodily in the realm of dreams is exactly what Corypheus said he did. But the mark, could it be related to the mark I bear?
I cannot say. Perhaps Andraste saw clearly and we misinterpreted her words. It was always taught that the mark they bore was the shape of Darkspawn. Bodies so maimed and distorted that none should see them and know them for men. That is all I know of your adversary, Inquisitor.
Some of the Chant of Light describes what we've seen and what Corypheus said, but not all
I
of
know
it.
where we can go quest. We can go quest in the Fallow Mire.
We of all people must accept that mankind is fallible. Listeners may have misheard one of Andraste's songs. Just one word sung incorrectly could change everything. And how many verses were stricken or changed for foolish political reasons, like the Canticle of Chartan. Still, I would trust these words over any spoken by Corypheus. I hope they help you.
Alright, so Liliana is ready to report in. Let's go ahead and just grab her mission real quick and stick her somewhere else, and then we'll travel to Valance with Liliana to meet her there for her personal quest. See if we can't take our little spy master and spin her about a bit into somebody a little less stabby. Change her worldview a bit. Take her back to the sweet Liliana she was in Dragon Age Origins. Where was Liliana? Was she in Ferelden? Yep, she was in Ferelden. Alright. There we go.
Inquisitor.
I know. It's almost 5 hours of a tour for you. Sorry about that, Liliana, but that's what you're gonna do. The left hand of the divine. So let's go to Valance. We're not gonna take anybody with us. We got this covered. After this, I'll get us to the Fallow Mire, and then I'll probably cut off of here to have dinner, and maybe I'll come on in IRL. I know they took the IRL chat away, or tag away, but I'll do an IRL stream just for the hell of it. General chat, whatever they call it now.
It's just as I remember it.
You didn't tell me you'd been here before.
After the Blight ended, I came here to see Justinia. She was just Dorothea then, a revered mother.
It's peaceful here. You must have good memories of this place.
It was a place of comfort. It is good to see it still untouched by Corypheus.
Leliana, is that you?
Sister Natalie, what are you doing here? I thought you were in Val Rayo.
No, I've been here since Justinia died. This place makes me feel like she's still with us.
Inquisitor, this is Natalie, a trusted friend.
Wait, Inquisitor? You brought the Inquisitor here? My lady, forgive me for not recognizing you earlier.
I wish more people would fail to recognize me.
Oh, I see.
Natalie, listen. There is something hidden here. Something Justinia left for me.
Oh, really? What is it?
I don't know, but we'll find it. I'm curious to see what brought us all here.
I already know how this puzzle goes, so we'll come over here.
That light has no fear of darkness. Above all, that strength lives in an open heart.
Strength lives in an open heart is right here.
Friday? That canticle was Justinia's favorite.
Yes, of course. We'd never give up the traditions of our most beloved divine.
That is lovely to hear. I stare up at the breach sometimes. It's terrifying, but beautiful in its way.
It is beautiful.
Have you seen it by sunrise?
When the sun rises through it, it splits into what looks like 1,000 suns, like a broken mirror.
Yes, spectacular, isn't it?
She's lying.
What was that?
Looks like we opened something. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Good old Leliana was playing you the whole time. Didn't you realize?
They never sing the benedictions here on Fridays, Natalie. Something so simple. And you got it so wrong. I wanted to believe, but you were lying from the start. Keep that pretty mouth shut if you must, dear. You've already told me everything I need to know. The prickleweed burrs on your hem, talking about the sun rising through the breach. It all points to a single place. Morel in the Dales, Grand Cleric Victoire's bastion. She sent you, didn't she? Victoire was always an opportunist.
Who is this Grand Cleric? I've never heard of her.
An experienced cleric. She never agreed with Justinia, but kept her ideas to herself. I suppose now, with Justinia dead, she thought she could make her move.
I want to know what this Grand Cleric planned here.
She sent Natalie here to see what Justinia was hiding, no?
The Inquisition has turned Thedas away from the true Chantry. It must be stopped.
Stop us? You must be joking.
Mother Victoire is well loved by many. The Inquisition has more enemies than you know.
And Victoire thinks she can ally with them.
We don't have to be at odds, Natalie. You could come with us, join the Inquisition.
I was called to serve the Grand Cleric. I will not betray her. Kill me then. I am not afraid to die for my beliefs. At least I still know what I believe.
Save Liliana.
Release her,
from
Liliana.
herself.
She is no threat.
The Grand Cleric?
She is one woman, We are the Inquisition.
The Inquisitor has spoken. Run. Tell your mistress that she has a choice. The Inquisition is coming. No! This can't be it. There's nothing here.
Check again. Perhaps the box itself is a puzzle. She seemed the puzzling sort.
No, it's just an empty box. There's a message carved in the lid. The left hand should lay down her burden. She's releasing me. The Divine has a long reach, but it is always her left hand that stretches out. 1,000 lies, 1,000 deaths. Her commands, but my conscience that bore the consequences.
She apologized in the Fade. She said she failed you. This is what she meant.
All this time, Justinia carried the fear that she was using me. Just like I'd been used in the past. But Marjolaine's games were trifles. Justinia gambled with the fate of nations. She needed me. No one else could have done what I did. She knows that.
Then you have to let it go. Let her go. You don't owe her anything anymore.
If it were not for you, I would have killed Natalie and called it a good thing. Thank you for showing me what was right when I couldn't see it for myself. There are things that must be said, but not here. I will see you back at Skyhold.
And back to Skyhold we go. Oh, can't save yet. It's saving automatically. Let's save the Valance right there so we know what we were doing. World map. 30x Gamer is now hosting me. Thank you, hubby! With 1 viewer. Woo! Yay, I have 1 viewer. Probably him. Ah. Yep, him. Nope, not him.
I'm rating you.
You're writing me?
1 viewer.
Alright. Why am I traveling this way? When I can get to Liliana a lot faster this way. So we saved Liliana from herself.
Grand Cleric Victoire has offered the Ambassador support for the Inquisition.
Ah, Natalie is as persuasive as ever.
I'm told that Ambassador Montillier is pleased with the restraint you showed in Valence.
She's positively beside herself. I will never hear the end of it. Niceness before knives, Liliana. Haven't I always told you?
Will that be all, my lady?
For now.
How have you been feeling since Valence?
Good. Wonderful. Valence was something of a rebirth for me. If you hadn't been with me at Valence, I would have killed Natalie. I'd have told you that I didn't have a choice. But there is always a choice.
Yes, we saved Liliana from herself.
I am more than what Justinia made me.
What does this mean for my Inquisition? Will you still be my spy master?
Of course. I would not give up my post. Not after everything we've built. I just know now that I shouldn't ignore my heart. Mercy is not always a weakness.
Do you resent Justinia for what she did?
How can I when there is so much between us? When she gave her life for peace? No, I believe her intentions were pure. Most intentions are.
You've exceeded her. She could never have imagined the power you now hold.
And now I will know how to use that power wisely. I have to stay true to who I really am. Before Spymaster left hand or barred. I almost lost myself.
Yep, you almost did. See, do we have to talk to her again?
I expected the hero Ferelden to be at Adamant, but he was not with the other wardens. He studied the Blight after killing the Archdemon, and may know something that could help us. If you like, I can have agents look for him.
That sounds like a wise choice.
I'll make preparations in the war room. Now, was there anything else?
Shout out to my goddess. Why don't you raid my room?
They called...
That they did? What of it?
What is the point of an Inquisition?
Justinia would have started the Inquisition
Shout out
if the
to my
Divine
goddess.
Conclave failed to restore peace. She hoped that with enough support, we could challenge the very tenets of the Chantry.
I
The
don't
Chantry
know.
has committed many injustices. If we're going to change it, why not change the whole thing? It's just a thought.
Yep. No,
None
that
of
was
this
from
will be
you.
possible if we fail.
I'm sorry she didn't live to see the Inquisition.
So am I.
I could
This is stuff
use
that we
the
should have been
left hand of
talking
the
to her
divine
about
on
in
my side
Haven.
Every agent out in the world is my eyes, my ears, my blade. Wherever my people are, I am also. Coming with you, leaving my post, would blind and bound me. Do you see?
What exactly does the left hand of the divine do?
A divine always has enemies, and Justinia had more than most. I protected her. I watched, had an ear to every door. I identified threats, and I dealt with them.
Why did Justinia have so many enemies?
There were many who felt she was unfit to be divine. She had a past, a worldly life. Unlike many, she wasn't given to the Chantry as a child.
What is a shout out?
She chose it, and somehow that made her unworthy. And because they thought she was unworthy, they wished her harm.
So you were her spy master too?
I handled difficult situations that couldn't be resolved through more delicate means. A friend. A mentor. Like me, she had secrets, made mistakes. It made her human. I think her followers responded.
We'll talk more later.
So Varric knew where the champion was all along.
I've been avoiding
the
talking to
last time we sent
Liliana for
Cassandra
quite
to
some time, it
interrogate.
seems.
You seem to know a great many people.
I have made friends, and on occasion enemies. It's unavoidable.
What do you know of Morrigan?
She's changed. She used to be so disagreeable, cruel. She said things just to hurt people. Now the sharp edges have worn away. Perhaps it was Kieran. He seems so normal, like any other little boy, and so polite. Not that I was expecting anything else. I mean, never mind.
We can continue this conversation later.
You know where I am.
Alright, let's check one more time.
I didn't get the chance to say so earlier.
Oh, damn it.
Welcome back to Skyhold. After that terrible journey through the Fade, it must feel good to stand on solid ground again, no?
I'm thankful to be back. No one should enter the Fade physically.
And you've done it twice now. Shall I count you fortunate or unfortunate? Celine has cemented power in Orlais. Good, we need an ally like her. Once that is done, we will have a united Orlais behind the Inquisition.
Anything I should know?
I've agents stationed by the ruins of Haven should so far nothing, and the breach has been quiet for some time. There is something at least.
Anything else?
Anything I should know?
I've nothing to report at the moment.
I'll leave you to your...
Do we have to talk to her again?
Inquisitor?
Okay, no.
I'll leave you to your work.
Good. Done. Alright, so... the left hand of the divine is complete. Let's head down to our war table. pick up what Josephine completed and plop her down somewhere else. Head to the Fallow Mire, pick up the quests there. And then I'm going to let the hubby stream so I can host his channel. He's over there belching. Cullen is done. Well, we don't have the Grey Wardens anymore. Let's put her on... Let's put Cullen over here.
All right.
Let's put her on Judgment Plane to win.
At your service.
Do a quick save. Let's get rid of that. No, we'll keep that. Dance of the Dowager, the Corante operation available, or however the hell they pronounce that there. Oh, I want my map. I want my world map. The Fallow Mire. We are ready for that, I'm sure. Let's see, his tarot card has changed now. Is that Hazel making that noise? That doesn't sound healthy. Maybe from eating her box so much. I think that showed up in my room because
Thank
you're
you for
hosting
coming.
me.
Maybe you can solve this mess. Our missing patrols are being held hostage by Avar, barbarians from the mountains.
What are they doing in a bog?
That's the thing. Their leader, he wants them to fight you, because you're the Herald of Andraste.
What do they have against Andraste?
Well, the Avar think there are gods in nature, as in the sky has a god and the forest. The Avar say you're claiming to be sent by one, and they'll challenge the will of your god with their own. I think their leader's just a boastful little prick who wants to brag he killed you.
Should I autograph something for him before he tries to behead me?
They think readings for the weak. You know, scholars, lowlanders, or legion peasants. Getting to our troops won't be easy. You'll have to fight your way through undead. But you're probably really good at fighting undead after Crestwood, right?
Does no one in Ferelden get to burn their dead?
A plague took this place. I wouldn't drink the water. The Avar are holed up in the castle on the other side of the Fallow Mire. Make her willing, the Inquisition's people are still alive.
Alright, before I talk to the Inquisition or the Requisition officer, I'm going to save the Fallow Mire. Because if she gives me something completely impossible, I'm not taking it.
Inquisitor, if you have a moment.
What is it?
This could help us.
I have to get a Ferelden tome. Alright, so we're gonna just save right here. On top of that, I know where the Ferelden tomb is located at. It's just not easy to get to. And I'm going to attack nothing and call it a stream. So thanks for popping in and not saying hello, shy people. Anyway, for those of you that did come in, thank you, and thank you for 30X Gamer for hosting me and giving me a shout out. Love you, my man, my baby, my sweetheart, my hubby. And that's that. stream with you later. Ciao.